Hi everyone, it's Alia and I'm back with another project share. Again, this paper was, if you've been watching my channel, the paper that I'm so in love with right now, English Rose Garden by Recollections. It was a hot buy at Michael's when I went, and so of course I bought two of them. So I created this journal. So as you can see, it's bigger than the ones I've been creating for the past, I don't know how many journals. This one is definitely a standalone journal. It does not fit in or doesn't insert into anything. It was made with a 9 by 12 manila envelope, so now the measurements are 9 by 6. Perfect for journaling, memory keeping, and I did tie around some sari silk ribbon so that way it can keep closed, and if you have anything inside, it will hold it closed so it won't fall out. So let me take this off so we can actually look at this cover and look at this paper. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with this paper. So I did the leather look on the envelope, and I do have a tutorial about how I did it, but I did the leather look on this. The only thing that I did also was sew this paper on the front, and I sewed paper on the inside, front and back, just because I kind of liked the way it looked. Sometimes I like to do the pockets there, but with a journal being so big, I kind of just reinforced the covers. Well, I should say the front more than the back, because it has the double paper, whereas the back only has this and there's nothing here. But I love to leave this part blank just so you can see it. So on the cover, like I said, I sewed this paper on, but then I also did a little collaging on the top. There's this pinkish, like a dusty rose lace with some white lace, and then some more white lace over that. And these are one of my computer words that I printed out and coffee dyed, backed onto some cardstock and glued it down. So this journal is called Magnificent. Okay, so blank cover on the inside, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful paper. I absolutely adore every sheet in this paper stack. And then we have our first tuck spot. And I didn't do a complete pocket all the way across like I do sometimes, because if you can see here and a little bit here, the impression from when I coffee stained the paper, when I put it in the oven, I put doilies over it, and then it leaves the impression of the doilies, which I absolutely love. So that is there, and that's why I didn't extend the pocket all the way across. And here is a little tuck spot, so you can tuck something in there. And so this is a doily. Oh, obviously it's a doily. But I put a little paper ribbon over that, and then on the very tippy top, one of my favorite little vintage buttons. So there's that there. Then, okay, so on the back too, you can tuck something there if you wanted to. It's the other side of the doily. This, I believe, has 2 vintage book pages, if I remember correctly, and obviously we'll see it as we go through. So here's the first one, and then I also put a little trim on the side just to dress it up a little bit. Oh, and on the back, I stuck on a little piece of coffee dyed paper, and I did it because there was something under here that I didn't really like what it said. Not that it was anything bad or inappropriate, it made me a little sad. So I put that over there, and now you can journal on it, or put a little picture on it and make it happy instead. Okay, so we have another paper ribbon here. And on this side is a flip out and a little tuck spot. So you can put little things in there if you want, and then you can also write here. So you have that. And this one is a nice little tuck there. And I like the full page tucks because you can put bigger things in it, so it's not like you have to have something small tucked in. You know, 4x6 pictures would fit in, even 5x7 pictures would fit in, or brochures, whatever you wanted, but it's a good spot to keep things that are bigger. And here is something interesting. I was watching one of Patricia's videos. What's her last name? Patricia Viramontes. And she made these lunch sacks, you know, the brown paper bags, into pockets. So I left it open so you can tuck something here, and it can be something, you know, big, because I only glued down here and here. Or did I sew down? I can't. Nope, I glued down. So if you want to tuck something big there, it would fit. But you can also tuck something here, and you can tuck something here. So I thought that was so awesome of her to show how she made those, because in this one page, it can hold a lot of things, because you have 1, 2, 3 spots to tuck stuff away. So, love that idea from her. Let's see. Here is another vintage book page with this trim. Where am I in? There we go. And a nice little pocket tuck with, so this, and this is the same paper, and I just made, it was just like an offcut, and I made paper ribbon with that, but I matched it. And this, after I did this, there was just a little tad bit left over, so I said, you know what, let's put it in the journal. So I put it right there. And this staining, I thought it was going to come off. It actually doesn't. It dried right into there, but it's just so dark. I like it. Something very different. And here we have a little tuck. So you can tuck stuff here, but also, let me see if I have something even smaller. Maybe this tag here. But under the lace, you could tuck little things in there too. So if you had, I don't know, a little ticket stub or something, it definitely can tuck into there. And then I glued this button down to kind of hold the lace down on the page, but then it gives 2 little places to tuck, and then you have the big tuck behind it. And I love this. I would honestly, if this came in wallpaper, I'd be tempted to wallpaper my whole room in this, because I love that print. Love, love, love. And little pocket there. And here, I just wanted to do something fun. When I cut down the paper bag pocket, there was, because you cut off, you can trim it down to size, like the width. So I have this trimmed off from one side, and then another piece trimmed off from the other side. But instead of throwing those away, I said, you know what, let's turn it into a ruffle. So turned it into paper ruffle, and then of course had to add some vintage buttons, and I just put some embroidery thread through each one of them. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. So there's that. And here, I did some bigger tucks in this book, I think because I've been making the TN inserts, which the pages are, you know, only a little bit wider than this. And, you know, the tucks are great. However, with a bigger journal, I always want to make bigger tucks, bigger pockets, you know, bigger, bigger, bigger. So I've made big tucks. And here is, oh, this is the Count of Monte Cristo. Another vintage book page. Middle of the signature. Now this, at first I was going to turn it into an envelope to hide the binding, but then I thought, because this isn't double-sided paper and it's very empty, you could write in here. So rather than turning it into an envelope where, you know, you would just kind of tuck stuff in the pocket, I left it open. And obviously you can tuck stuff here, but you have all this room now to journal if you wanted to. And if you really wanted to, you could put a little piece of Velcro and keep it closed to hide things in there. But, you know, I left it open to give somebody an option. And here is a little fabric pocket. Love my fabric from More Fabrics. That's Selena's shop on Etsy. So here's another, oh, the other side of the book page, and another really big tuck. And this is nice because you can write on here if you want. So if you wanted to keep some memorabilia from a place you went to, you could write, you know, maybe like the date you went, what you did, anything like that, and then keep all the fun stuff you get on the trip in this pocket. And here is a book page pocket tuck spot / so you can tuck back here, and you can also tuck in there. And pocket there for you. And a lot of this, it's so blank, but if you journal on it, it kind of fills up a page. So I'm kind of glad I left these blank on the previous video. The other TM that I just did, I sewed the tea-dyed paper to the back. But I like this because you can journal on it because it's such a big space. So that's why I didn't sew anything to the back of that. So just like the other one, here's the tuck, and then the 2 tucks here and here. And some more very nicely stained up paper. And this is good. You can make lists, or you can add up expenses. So you can say, you know, we ate at blah, 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 and this is what we spent. Or, you know, however you want to do it. Front and back. And here is another little fabric pocket. And the little piece that I cut off the side, it kind of reminded me of a little banner or a little ribbon. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna sew it on. So I just, oops, I don't know if it's in focus. Well, I just sewed it on there just to keep it with this piece of fabric. And some more of that pretty trim there. And another pocket. And here is a little tuck spot here. And then I really like this trim. There's like a ribbon that runs through the trim. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but this sort of I don't know what color it is. It's like a dusty purple color under. Oh, maybe you can see it better like that. It goes under the ribbon. But it's really nice. So I put it there. And here's another little pocket where I did some collaging. So here's another one of my words. Collaged it onto some different pieces of trim. And my 2 little vintage buttons, which I really like these. But I don't actually, maybe they're not buttons. Maybe they're beads. I'm not sure, but I love the color of them. And then you can tuck something right in there. And another here with lace. And then this one, it came out kind of funny. So here's the paper bag ribbon, and I put these 2, and then almost like 2 eyes and the nose. Oh, am I even framed? There we go. So I thought that was kind of silly, so I left it alone like that. Kind of maybe like an owl. Sort of looks like an owl. Or a worm. Or a snake, I don't know. And here are 3 impressions of doilies. Oh, and there's one little part right there. Love the way that comes out. And that is the end. So this is my very big, very lovely, magnificent journal. I think I should glue it down a little bit more there. Well, I hope you liked it, and I have so many ideas for more journals using the same English Rose Garden. Plus, I got the haberdashery paper collection, which I'm super excited to start using that as well. So I don't know if my next project is going to be another one with this paper stack, which I really want it to be, or the haberdashery, or the K & Company, because within the last couple weeks I've gotten all of those paper pads, and I'm just so excited to jump into another project. But which paper line do I use? I don't know. So stay tuned and see what I come up with next. Thanks for watching. Bye.